Morning, Rabotai, Shavua Tov. As we get nearer to Tu B'Shvat this coming Wednesday night, it's always a good time to refresh our knowledge of Hilchot Berachot. It's important. The Gemara says that a person who is well versed in Dinei Berachot is called a Chassid. Berachot are something that we encounter many, many times a day. So a person has to be well versed in the halachot. One of the most complex aspects of Hilchot Berachot is that of Dinei Kedima B'Berachot, the laws of precedence with regards to brachot, one bracha coming before another. Now, in general, there are two ways that one bracha can be done before the other. Number one, if the bracha itself is more chashuv, is more significant than the other. And number two, if the food, not the bracha, but the food itself is more significant than the other. Let's start with the second with the second concept, and I'll give a few examples, and then Be'ezrat Hashem throughout the week, we'll discuss more. Number one, let's say a person's eating different kinds of fruits. Let's say, for example, he has a date and an apple on the table. A date, obviously, is one of Shiv'at HaMinim, one of the 7 species that Eretz Yisrael was praised with. The Torah says, Eretz chita u's'ora, v'gefen u'tena v'rimon, Eretz zechemen u'dvash. There are 7 species that HaKadosh Baruch Hu praised Eretz Yisrael with. They always have kedima. So over there, the halacha is that he would be required, since he wants to eat both, he'd be required to make borei pri ha'etz on the date and then exempt the apple. Even it's a machloket poskim, but according to Maran Shulchan Aruch and Siman Resh Yud Aleph, the halacha is, let's say the person loves apples. He likes apples much better than dates. He's eating both, but he likes apples more. Nevertheless, the kedima of Shiv'at HaMinim takes precedence over chaviv, over even liking it more. Now, this obviously only applies if you plan to eat both. Let's say a person doesn't plan to eat the dates. He's not thinking to eat it. You don't have to force yourself to eat the date in order to make the kedima b'brachot. Kedima only applies when you plan to eat both, then the date comes first. That's number one. Then, even within the Shiv'at HaMinim, it's not any which one of the 7 species you can make the bracha on. The Gemara comes out that the closer the word of the species is to the word Eretz in the Pasuk, it comes first. Therefore, and just to break it down because the Gemara goes through a few steps, there's 2 words Eretz in the Pasuk. Eretz, chita u's'ora v'gefen u'tena v'rimon, Eretz zet shemen u'dvash, which means, la'alacha u'ma'aseh, besides for chita u's'ora, which are mezonot, let's talk about fruits. Making borei pri ha'etz, if a person has olives, olives will come before any of the other fruits of Shiv'at HaMinim because they are closest to Eretz. Second is, then you have devash, which is tamarim, which is dates. After that, you have gefen, grapes, te'ina, figs, rimon, pomegranates. That's the closeness, that's the proximity to the word Eretz that determines which one. So again, if you have an olive and a date on the table, the olive gets the bracha. If you have a date or a grape, date gets the bracha. If you have grapes or pomegranates, grapes get the bracha, depending on which of the fruits is closer to the word Eretz. Be'ezrat Hashem will continue in following days. Have a wonderful day. Mincha v'arvit all week long is at 4:40.